Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Lauren here with us. She's an amazing entrepreneur and also involved in coaching and has her own sort of system to help people, especially, I guess, entrepreneurs as well and people in general working 9 to 5. So, Lauren, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, I'm Lauren Pringi. I'm a intuitive human design business guide, trauma healer, and shamanic practitioner. And I specialize in helping women with um, complex and multifaceted trauma liberate themselves from their past so they can reclaim their power and transform from that victim mentality to victor. So what I do is pretty much I have a signature blend of energy healing, so intuitive guidance, and I also intertwine my human design knowledge and astrology into this. And this is basically how I help people understand their energetic blueprints. So basically, just the energy within themselves, how they can align with their, true purpose, their future job. I work with a lot of inspiring to be entrepreneurs as well as entrepreneurs to kind of refine the different systems and strategies in their life to kind of feel more grounded. And I do this through the clear lens of, like I said earlier, human design and astrology.
Wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit more about human design? I sort of heard about the concept. I had a couple of sessions actually that someone did with me. So I'm a little bit familiar about that. But for our audience, can you just sort of like describe this and what happens with human design and how that affects them?
Sure. So, human design is basically a system that uses astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah system, or I'm sorry, the Kabbalah, the chakra system. So it's the energy systems that you can't see in your body. So it's mixed with science and the woo-woo, metaphysical side. And also it also deals with quantum physics too. So it pretty much is like astrology on steroids. A lot of people know what astrology is. It's the energy, the planets, the solar system, the energy, all of that. So it kind of combines all of that together. So, like I said, the science, it's a system that uses science and all of that together. And it creates like this if you pull your chart, on my link, you'll see it pulls like a body graph chart and it has a whole bunch of numbers and it looks kind of weird and it's like overwhelming. But the really most important part of all of that is it has your energy type. So basically how you're supposed to use your energy every day. So that's also how you attract opportunities. So if this is clients or this is just any opportunity in general, this could be relationships, this could be maybe this is why you operate this way. So it's like a deeper understanding of yourself along with your strategy. And I know that you hear strategy a lot in this entrepreneur world, and it's your own strategy. So it's not somebody else's sales strategy. It gave them or made them $1 million or whatever, or it gave them a lot of clients. It's your own strategy along with the way that you're supposed to make decisions, because all of us every day make decisions. But a lot of us are not making decisions the way that we're supposed to be or the way that our energy flows very easily without any resistance. I'm not saying that resistance is bad. It can be good. But a lot of times I feel like the reason why people don't make money, in my perspective, is because they're going against resistance and then they're stressed out, burnout, they give up, they go back to that 9 to 5 because of that safety. So I kind of help my clients and I show people how you could stop doing that, stop burning out, and use the energy so it feels easy.
Wonderful.
So,
And can you give us some examples how this works for your clients?
yeah. So, like I told you earlier, before we started recording, I had a client about 3 weeks ago. She left her 9 to 5 and she had came on the call and she was like, I have some exciting news to tell you. So I was like, oh, okay. She's like, I left my 9 to 5 job. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm waiting for her to finish it. She said, so now I need you to help me make money. And I was like, okay. All right. Okay. I feel kind of like pressure, but so we kind of worked through. I mean, we had been working through so much, and I do know that she wanted to leave. And the only reason why that she wasn't going to leave was because she said she hated her job. She was in healthcare, and she said, I just feel like there's this block. And, of course, she had some money saved up. I wouldn't recommend doing what I did and completely leaving my 9 to 5 job, having no idea. But I feel like a lot of my clients do the same thing because I probably did the same thing. So I know how to kind of navigate it. So fast forward to, we worked through all of that. I gave her a game plan. I showed her where she can, what type of job or what type of, hers was more of money. She's really good at money. So managing like high profile people's bank accounts and, helping people manage their money and all that. So that's basically what we created as her business. And probably within a matter of like 3 weeks, this is very fast success, but 3-4 weeks, she messaged me like 3 days ago saying that she gained like 3 or 4 high profile clients. Now, I'm not saying that these results are very fast, but because we worked together like 2 or 3 years prior to this happening. But simply the one thing that I've noticed that shifted in her is that fear of what if I fail, or that security, I can't leave my 9 to 5. What I usually suggest if you want to kind of shift over to a business is do this alongside of your 9 to 5 until you start making money. Because what happens is if you don't have experience with, you don't have a huge network and you don't have experience with, clients or coaching or something that tangibly like that you could sell, it's going to be kind of hard and you're going to not make money. And I always tell people that you have to start making actual cash, not like people talk about, oh, it's like this digital product or this. You have to have something like tangible, or it's like not a business. You have to actually have a client, I should say. A lot of people I've noticed that say, yeah, I have a business. So I'm like, okay, so, show me the profits or show me like income or show me like your clients, and they don't really have a client. So like I feel like some people kind of get mixed up because they have a business, they have to have a sale, right? So that's like one of the story. That was probably one of the recent stories and very fast track because she aligned with her human design. And of course, we did her astrology for the rest of the year and, different launches and where she should build stuff, where she shouldn't build stuff and all that stuff. It all aligns with the energy. Like I told you before, JP Morgan said that millionaires don't use astrology, but billionaires do. Like in that statement, that just shows a lot, so.
Totally. And what piece of advice you can share with our audience if they feel a little bit stuck when it comes to either making money or, getting more clients or more sales or, doing something to grow their business and they're feeling stuck?
Sure. So first, I would say two things. It's either if you feel stuck or you're not making money, it's two things. It's either your mindset around money or it's an emotional thing around money. So I asked that question, like when you receive money, how does it make you feel? Do you immediately, because some of my clients I've noticed, and even myself, when I receive money, like if it's $10, I feel like I have to spend, well, not now, but before I felt like I had to spend it. It wasn't safe to me. Money didn't feel safe to me. And I feel like a lot of people don't even realize that the reason why they don't know how to save or they have money, but then all of a sudden it's gone. It's because there's a belief around the money or something that comes from childhood or ancestral some belief around money is not safe. It's evil. I need to hurry up and spend it. I can't have it. I don't deserve it, maybe, or something like that. So I always ask that. And the second thing is it's always an emotional or a money block. So the other thing is, how does money make you feel? So that was the first one. And then the second one is it could just simply be, what is your perspective of money or what is your belief around money? And it usually comes to something like, I'm not worthy, or, comparison. Oh, they were born into money. That's why they have money. And it's more of that belief system attached to that feeling. So really trying to identify where that is for that person. It's all it's all different for everybody. And then normally, if we get through that, it's then who and what and where are you spending your time and energy on? So are you spending it on people that are matter? Do you have a community that supports you? Are you constantly just giving people money and they're taking all your money? Because money is just energy. So if you're giving money out and it's not coming back in, why? Like, ask yourself what's going on. Like, you have to really identify where that is. And I feel like a lot of times there's trauma around that, from childhood. So those are like three things that I usually start with when people say that they can't make money, or they can't, they don't have clients. It's a mindset thing. It's us blocking. You're blocking yourself. Nobody else is doing it but yourself. So we have to get through that first.
Absolutely. And what happens with people once you help them clear those mindset blocks around money?
Well, in my clients' words, they say, "Oh, it's like magic. It just like flows to me. It comes and goes. It ebbs and flows." And I was like, "No, it's because you're not resisting it." So just like anything, like if you like water, or if you think of like the ocean, the waves come and go. It's the same thing with money. Money will always come and go. And then usually it's our humanness or something blocking it. So then, like, what happens to that water when you block it? It's not going to be able to come back, and it's not going to be able to go out. So it's more of like that type of energy. Once you kind of open yourself up to receiving. A lot of people with trauma, it's hard for them to receive too. So you have to be able to open, you open yourself up to receiving, because if you're not, you're then blocking opportunities. It could be a simple opportunity of you clearing out debt, or, maybe your bills are just paid on time. A lot of my clients right now are having, they're making money, but the surplus is not there. And usually that comes with a block of mindset shift of like the next level of, well, why not? Like, there should be, all of us deserve everything that we want, but we have to, it's like a process. Like, it's like walking upstairs. You can't go from like stair 1 to 20, there's a process there. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And so you think that it's not very important what happens in the economy? Yeah, it's more about like how we experience money and what are sort of our beliefs around money than the strategy or what's going on in the economy.
I think it can play, in my opinion, in my business, the economy has not affected my business, just because people will pay for the things that they want, regardless of their situation. So if they want help, or they want to change, or whatever, they can. Same thing with like one of my friends is a lash tech, and she said, "Lauren, I don't understand this, but help me understand this." She said, people will not pay their mortgage, but they will get their lashes done, or they will do something to make them feel pretty. And I was like, I understand. People come to me and talk about them not being able to pay their bills, but they're paying me. So I'm like, there's an issue there, So I don't feel like, and what I do has really been affected by the economy. So it definitely is a mindset thing. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, same thing with, I don't know, there's just so much money and opportunity in this world that fear around I'm not going to have enough is how I feel like, the government and society will keep you in fear of one day your money's going to run out. Like, that's just not true, so.
Yeah, definitely. I believe the same thing as well. And actually, I personally had this big problem that I was not aware of. Like I did all my trainings when it comes to mindset and stuff, and I did a lot of work around money and other things, and I managed to build a business, a successful business, and then I managed to build several businesses, lost some, won some, and things like that. So had all these sort of entrepreneurial roller coasters. But then last year, I actually worked with someone who discovered that I have some, sort of some fear from like long time ago and stuff that is connected to exactly money running out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she managed to clear that. She did a great job there, and I really don't have that anymore. So I think this is a fantastic thing, and I believe that our audience, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in any kind of business, even if you're doing 9 to 5, I think that you should really look into clearing your beliefs around money, because that's one of the most important things to make you successful. We can be successful in so many things when it comes to creativity, when it comes to being amazing and excelling in our work, but when it comes to really sort of like monetizing what you do, clearing your beliefs around money helps a lot. So, Lauren, thanks a lot for sharing that. And if someone wants to actually get in touch with you, learn more about you, or connect to you, how they can do that?
Social media. So social media, or you can send me a DM. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You can find me on LinkedIn. And it's under Lauren Pringi, or you can just Google my name or type in the Mermaid Light, and you'll be able to find me. And then you can just send me an email message. I'll make sure you also have my links to that. People can listen to my podcast and my YouTube and all that.
Wonderful. Yeah, I can definitely share all the links that you mentioned in the description of this episode. And Lauren, again, thank you so much for being a guest. Thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. If you liked it, drop us a like. If you have any questions about money, or any other questions for Lauren or me, please drop them in the comments below. And see you all in the next episode. All the best, and bye-bye.